Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. So this is actually not the first official video that I've ever uploaded. Last year I uploaded both a Summer Essentials 2018 video as well as a 23andMe health and ancestry results video. But after uploading that second video, I realized that I just didn't have enough time to continue my YouTube channel. So there was actually a few reasons for that. The first was that I was a full-time student at UCLA. The second was that I could only film my YouTube videos on the weekends if I were to come home. And that was already a really limited amount of time, given that my YouTube videos weren't the only things that I had to get done in less than those maybe 48 hours. And the third thing is that I was dealing with multiple conditions that were the result of some of the previous cancer treatments that I had received. So, for those of you who don't know, I am a two-time cancer survivor. I was first diagnosed in March of 2013 with a very aggressive sarcoma in my left hip. And because of that, I went through multiple surgeries, chemo, radiation, and because of the location of the tumor, IVF as well. And then in September of 2014, a follow-up scan showed that the cancer had actually metastasized to my right lung. So my doctors went ahead and removed that mass. And then I went through multiple additional rounds of chemotherapy. And it was during that second diagnosis that I began to learn more about the role that lifestyle factors play in the prevention, development, and even sometimes reversal of cancer. And that's really what the foundation of this YouTube channel is. It's about me sharing the things that I have both learned and implemented in my own life with others. So speaking of sharing, in today's video, I'm going to be sharing all of the branding that I've been doing for this YouTube channel very, very quietly behind the scenes for the past few months. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first thing is my name. My full name is Jasmine Janelle Lopez. However, for the past however many years, I've been going by Jasmine Janelle on both Instagram and Twitter. That's Jasmine Janelle with 2 L's for my Instagram and Jasmine Janelle with 3 L's for my Twitter. So I kind of just decided to carry it over to my YouTube channel as well. And I also just like it because I feel like it just sounds a little bit better. And that brings me to the second thing, which is my logo. So I knew that I wanted my logo for my YouTube channel to be a leaf, but I didn't want it to look like just any other generic leaf that you could find online. So after a lot of thinking, I came up with the concept of a leaf with 2 organically shaped J's in the center of it, surrounded by a few other organic shapes. And I also knew exactly what colors I wanted, exactly what shade of green, and all of that sort of stuff. So once I came up with the concept for my logo, I needed to find somebody who could actually create it for me. So I went on Fiverr and I looked at a bunch of different people, saved a few graphic designers, finally narrowed it down to 3, messaged all of them, and then I decided on one who said that they could create me my logo, and they did exactly how I wanted them to. So then after my logo was created, I did the third thing, which is my YouTube intro. So I once again went on Fiverr, looked for somebody who could create a YouTube intro for me that would incorporate my logo in it. And just like the logo, I knew exactly how I wanted my YouTube intro to be. So I found someone who was able to do it, and after a lot of creation and revision and creation and revision and creation and more revision, my YouTube intro was finally complete. And that is actually what you saw in the beginning of this video. And then last but not least is my slogan, which I included not only in my YouTube banner, but here in my background as well. And as you can see, that is boundless. So to me, boundless is what you are when your mentality outweighs your circumstances. During both of my cancer diagnoses, I was physically at the weakest point I'd ever been in my entire life, and yet mentally I was stronger than I'd ever been before. And it was that mentality that led me to accomplish all that I did during that time. For example, I chose to stay enrolled in all of my AP honors and dual enrollment courses, and I would bring all of my books for those courses to the hospital every time I went for chemo, surgeries, ER visits for blood transfusions, and so on. And I taught myself all of the material, earned a 4.6 to 4.7 GPA each semester, and that led me to get accepted into the top 2 public universities in the US. And at the same time, I began taking my life into my own hands by buying books, watching documentaries, attending cancer conferences, and so on, in order to teach myself as much as I could about how lifestyle factors such as what you eat, what you drink, what products you use, and so forth play in the development of cancer. And I realized that if I could accomplish all of that during that period in my life, then I could accomplish anything. I realized that I am boundless. And I believe anyone else whose mentality exceeds their adversities is also boundless. So on that note, that is the end of this video. If you guys enjoyed it, please consider giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!